Hi, and welcome back to this week's edition of Hawk Talk. I'm Coulter Hickok.
I'm Mackenzie Grubbs.
And we've got a brand new guest on, so please introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what do you do here at DSU?
My name is Jacob Scully. I'm a sophomore here at Dickinson. I'm a transfer from Dakota Wesleyan, and I'm from Florence, Montana.
Well, Jacob, thank you very much for coming on. But as you said, you're a transfer from Dakota Wesleyan. So just talk about your journey to DSU.
It started last fall, and we got done with the fall season, and then I got into the winter break. I had some different thoughts of it, and my good friend Brendan Schneider, you guys have had him on here already. We talked about it. It was just an easier move for my family, and my little brother might come here, and it's just a better opportunity for me.
Well, we're happy to have you at DSU.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
So, the DSU bringing back their baseball program, was that kind of a big deal for you, having the option to be at Dickinson?
Yeah, it was a big step for me. Like when Dahl and I talked, talking about a new program and being able to build it from the ground up was a big thing I wanted to do here.
That's awesome.
I mean, you guys are a really young team, but over this past week, you guys have kind of had some success. So do you feel like you guys can keep this going, this momentum moving on throughout your career?
100%. I mean, the goal now is to keep winning. I mean, our goal every time is once we step on that baseball field is to win. And if we stick to our game plan and, how Dahl coaches us, I think we're going to be successful for a long time.
I mean, you had a heck of a game. You're the NSAA, the North Star Athletic Association, Pitcher of the Week. I mean, you struck out 11 batters. Is that what it was?
11, yep.
I mean, what was going through your mind at that point?
Right from the get-go, I felt good coming in, and I had a good game the week before, and we stuck to our game plan, and our coaches know what they're doing, and it worked.
What goes through your mind when you step on the mound? How do you mentally prepare yourself to have games like that?
As soon as I step on the field or I step on the mound, I'm locked in right from the get-go. I'm better than you, and it's a kind of a selfish mindset, but once the batter steps in the box, no one's beaten me that day.
What's your go-to pitch?
Definitely my fastball, but of recently my slider has got a pretty good, a lot of analytic stuff, but whiff rate is when batters swing and miss. It's got a good whiff rate.
All right. I mean, we'll take it.
Oh.
I mean, so typically on Hawk Talk, we kind of ask some fun questions around here. This is highly controversial, but what do you believe is the best baseball movie out there?
Best baseball movie out there? Definitely either Bull Durham or Major League. 100%.
Oh, Major League, 100%.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
Don't even.
Kenzie's a big fan of The Hero.
The Hero with
I love that movie.
the bat?
Yeah. I think it's hilarious. Okay, I'm going to ask a fun question.
Go for it.
Are you related to Vin Scully?
I am not, unfortunately. Dodger announcer, no.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal.
It would be really cool if I was.
It would be. My cousin actually writes for the Dodgers.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah,
so he writes for the Dodgers. Yeah, and
that's
so
cool.
I was kind of talking to him about it this morning.
That's cool, yeah.
I think it's funny.
So we're in the COVID season right now. I mean, we're trying to get out of it, but unfortunately, some teams in the North Star had a COVID outbreak. I mean, this weekend you guys were supposed to go to Bellevue. So what are you guys planning to do to make up for that?
I think we got a couple games in the work this weekend. I think we got 3 games versus a junior college here in North Dakota, which, I mean, games are games, honestly, especially with the year we're having. It's like if we can get on the field, it's the best opportunity for us.
Do you guys have anything like COVID, I was wanting to say precautions before the start of the season?
Yeah, we always tried to, when we went outside or inside, we tried to stay, small groups, not within 6 feet, just to make sure, we can have a season. We want to be able to have a season. And we're just pretty much cautious the whole way.
Perfect.
You did mention earlier that when you were thinking about coming here, you talked to Coach Dahl about kind of building a program from the ground up. Do you think that a lot of you guys have a lot of freshmen, sophomores on the team. Do you think that a lot of them feel the same way? Is it kind of a group thing? You guys are really excited to build this program from the ground up, or?
Yeah, definitely 100%. I mean, a lot of guys, especially a lot of the transfers and even the freshmen, they, the opportunity to build the program from the first year all the way till your 4th year, your 2nd or 3rd year being a transfer is a big deal. You set the groundwork for how that program's going to be for the next 10 years, 12 years, however long.
That was pretty exciting. Set the pace.
So talking about being serious on the mound, but let's talk about some not so serious off the mound. Your teammate Derek Calvillo hits a grand slam. The whole team goes crazy. What's going through your mind at that point?
I was out in the bullpen trying to warm up, so I got a pretty good angle of how far it went, and it was a long shot. And as soon as I saw it hit, I ran right into there onto the field to just go celebrate with my guys.
I heard you guys kind of like surrounded the ump. Is that true?
Yeah, we usually when a walk-off, you'll surround home plate, and the umpire has to stay there to watch him touch the plate. So the umpire got in the celebration with us.
I mean, that's pretty sweet,
Exactly,
honestly.
yeah.
So, Jacob, this is our last question. We always ask everybody who comes on here, but I want to ask you, what does DSU mean to you?
Really, DSU means to me is family. Like, we talk about it all the time on the baseball team, that family is the most important thing. You know, as a team, we're a bunch of brothers out there together fighting for each other every day, and I think that's what makes a family.
It's awesome.
Love to hear it.
That's a pretty good answer.
That is.
You.
So where can the fans find the DSU baseball this week?
They can find us at home at Astoria Field. We got 3 games, I think 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can catch it on Consolidated Channel 18, which you are now seeing Hawk Talk on right now. So watch Saturday and Sunday for those games. Kenzie and I will be right back right after this.
Here come your Bulldogs. Steps into the throw, in the wind, down to the goal line, and caught! Touchdown, Blue Hawks!
And we're back. As you can see, we got a brand new guest on, so please introduce yourself, who you are, where you're from, and what do you do here at DSU?
Hi, I'm Wade Berg. I'm originally from Chaffee, North Dakota, just a small town about 40 miles west of Fargo. I'm a senior here at Dickinson. I've been going here all 4 years of my college career. I study egg business at the egg department, and I also rodeo here full time. So,
Well, Wade, thank you very much for coming on.
thank you.
So you're on the rodeo team. So what events are you involved in at the rodeo team?
My first year here, I was actually bull riding, saddle bronc, and steer wrestling, but the events I do now is just steer wrestling and bull riding.
Perfect.
So you guys are about to kind of get in the full swing of your season here this weekend. So how have you guys prepared so far for that?
We started practice probably beginning of April, and we've been practicing there. I stay pretty busy. I rodeo outside of college quite a bit professionally, so I've been pretty busy doing that. Other than that, there's practice every week, and I keep my steer wrestling horse in shape. Got to do a little practice last night with her, and just pretty much, for me, I compete year-round, so I stay pretty practiced up, I guess you could say. So, but yeah, our first start here this weekend, tomorrow actually night in Spearfish, South Dakota is our first rodeo for Black Hills State University, so should be exciting.
Now, I've always been curious, do you guys all practice at the same time on the same day, or is it the different events practice on different days?
Yeah, different events practice on different days, so it's split up to where 2 days of the week is kind of more for like breakaway ropers, calf roping, some goat tying practice in there. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays we practice team roping, steer wrestling, and barrel racing actually. And then Fridays are kind of tough for us rough stock guys. We're up usually Friday, but usually we're at rodeos, so we just kind of fit in a time later that on the day of whatever works for us in the weekend or week. So it works out pretty good, I guess, that way. So.
And then how does one practice riding the bull? Like, do you just got to go to the local bar and just practice riding the mechanical bull? Or?
No, that's only for urban cowboy. But no, we have I have a few contractors that I'm good friends with and known throughout the years, and I have him bring over bulls, and we have a couple local guys. Benny Paulson, he comes over and helps with coaching and whatnot, and he's got a couple practice bulls I know, and kid on the rodeo team, Dalton Prowse, he's got a couple practice bulls that he brings in for us, and and like I said too, I stay pretty busy, so where I really don't have a weekend off, so I stay practiced up that way. But yeah, it's bringing in some live animals, whether it be, and we do have mechanical bulls, drop barrels, which is basically just an up and down barrel that practice your form, and that's pretty much what we do for practice, I guess. But
what all goes into what are the steps that make you feel prepared for bull riding? Since a lot of people that are going to be watching this, I mean, everyone can go out and shoot some hoops with a basketball, but not a lot of people get on bulls.
Yeah.
So tell us about what kind of goes into being prepared to bull ride.
Yeah, I mean, bull riding's kind of got to be instilled into a guy's life pretty early, I think, to get on it. And there's some guys that get into it a little later, but you almost kind of have to have a certain determination to do it, because you are getting on the back of a 1,000-pound animal that potentially wants to hurt you, So you gotta kind of have to put that out of the way and just focus on your technique and just your, kind of your, what's the word I'm looking for? Just your preparation and your, gosh, I can't even think of it. Anyways, yeah, just know that you can do it pretty much, and believe in yourself, and just know that you prepared yourself well enough to do it, and that kind of gives the guy a lot of confidence as well. And it's not like you're going to get on the back of a bull and ride it right away. It's going to take, many bulls to do it, so you just got to trust the process and just kind of keep going with it, really.
I mean, those bull riders are tough.
Yeah.
With a capital T.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of people get stepped on. I mean, it sucks just from the spectator's point of view. I can't imagine what it's like on the opposite side.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely. Just last week, I had to go into the chiropractor. I had some chest pains, and here I had 3 ribs out. So I got all that situated and went at it again this weekend, and it was just something you got to kind of deal with. It's going to come with pain, but it's all for the glory, I guess.
So with professional bull riding and college bull riding, is there a PR, or a personal best that you've ever scored in?
My highest score personally is 88 is probably about the highest I've ever gotten scored. There's a couple times where we're close to being 90. You just never know. It's different. I mean, my goal is to always be 90 points or more, just because that's what that's my goal, is just to ride the best ones there is and just keep going that way. And it's not going to be every time the guy is going to go out there and be 90. You got to ride what you can ride, and you just strive to be better in that aspect. But yeah, 88 for me is the highest I think I've ever been scored. But
because probably for people who don't know, I mean, the bull gets scored and also the rider gets scored.
Right. Yep. And the bull gets 50 points and the rider gets 50 points, and then they do they split it up into 4, so it's 25 for the bull, 25 for the rider for each judge, and they usually have 2 judges there. So you can, there's a lot of amounts you could add up to get a score. So
we usually ask everyone kind of like their favorite field to play on, favorite track to run on. So do you have a place that, what's your favorite place to be at for bull riding?
I like the bigger. I mean, I've been to a couple big stages. I've been to a lot of the Belfouche, South Dakota, Deadwoods, Rodeo. There's some other big ones that I've been to, and I kind of like those stages just because it gets you fired up. But there's a lot of ones that are around the area. Every time I go to Watford City and compete up there, I usually do pretty good. It's just some of the ones I guess that I've done pretty well at. But it varies really. I really like the outdoor rodeos over the 4th of July. It's probably my favorite time of year, just because of the weather and just the atmosphere. Everybody's ready to be out, and just kind of it's kind of rodeo time then. So I kind of enjoy that time. But favorite, just big crowds, big lights, and you know, that's kind of what I like. So
Spur 'em for 90.
yeah, try to at least.
So not so much of a fun question, but I do notice you're wearing some fashionable headwear at that point right now in this interview. So what is this brand that probably a lot of people have seen around in Dickinson?
Yeah, it's actually called West River Hat Company. My brother, Berg, he actually started it 2-3 years ago, and he's excelled pretty well in it. And shoot, it's kind of hard to find people around the area that aren't wearing the hat. And I'm proud of him for doing that. He kind of stuck to his guns and kept doing it. And you know, a lot of people didn't know what it was, and now everybody kind of knows what it is around the area, and it's helped him quite a bit just to do some business and marketing. And I think it's a really cool idea. I'm proud of him for doing it. And just go buy your hat or T-shirt or sweatshirt at westrivercompany.com.
There you go.
Oh, I'm trying to think of a fun question.
Do you favorite rodeo movie?
That's what I was gonna say. But there's can't be 8 seconds. Favorite rodeo movie? Actually, I have a better fun question.
All right.
If you could do any event that you've never done before in rodeo, what would it be?
Well, actually growing up in high school, I did every event there was to do besides bareback riding. And looking back on it, there's a lot of people said that I would have been a good bareback rider. So I mean, obviously it's the only one I haven't done, so I would pick that one, I guess. A little more pain involved, a little more recklessness, I guess. But I guess I wish I could have tried that. I think it'd been a lot of fun, but if a guy got good at it, but yeah, pretty much.
No barrel racing or goat tying?
You know, to tell you the truth, I've done all of them
busting.
too. Oh, well, besides like you know, in high school they got like pole bending. I've never done that. I breakaway roped in junior high. I've tied goats in junior high. I've ran some barrels. I mean, I've kind of did really everything there is kind of to do in the rodeo world. But yeah, the only thing I haven't done is announce the rodeo or anything like that. So I guess maybe do that. But I mean,
that would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Coulter, I think you'd be really good at
Yeah.
that.
I feel like I could do that or mutton busting.
Oh, yeah.
Or
That was a joke.
rodeo clown. You definitely could be a rodeo
I've
clown.
always wanted to be. I've told Kenzie this so many times. Give me a big enough barrel and some cut-off jean shorts and some big old suspenders. I'll
You
be.
already have those.
Yeah.
I do already have those, so I
Yeah.
could be a rodeo clown.
And
Let's go.
And you got the mullet, so it's
That is true.
rocking it there. Everybody likes a good mullet.
So Wade, last question we always ask everybody who comes to Hawk Talk: what does DSU mean to you?
You know, right away it was just a college for me. My brother had went here, so he kind of helped me walk into this college. But as the years kind of grew over, and like, I just became you met a lot of great friends. They're very welcoming. You're not just a number. That you're actually they care for each of their students. They help a guy out really too. I've got a busy schedule usually a lot of the time, and I know my professors are they're very helpful with making sure I'm up on my work and caring about my grades and making sure I'm striving academically. And rodeo wise too, we have some of the best facilities in the region, and then with it coming down to your practice schedules, and then just the helpful people around the area that come in to help too, as long as with our coach too. But yeah, pretty much just the tight-knit family pretty much. If it wasn't for DSU, I wouldn't have become good friends with you guys and just everybody else, so it's a neat feeling kind of.
Can't agree more.
Yeah.
So Wade, thank you very much for coming on. I'll get you a T-shirt. I just happened to forget it. I kind of
Shit,
tend to
don't
doing
worry
that
about
now. So Wade, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a lot of
Thank
fun.
you guys, appreciate it.
Kenzie and I will be right back for the recap right after this. And we're back for the recap. We had so much happen this last weekend.
Yes, we did.
So, talked with Wade.
Yes.
What's going on in Rodeo?
Rodeo they're starting their season. Well, he said they're leaving tomorrow morning, but they're starting their rodeo and spearfish this weekend. So keep an eye out on the DSU Blue Hawks site for the results from that.
Then we had baseball. So the Hawks went 3-1 on the weekend. Talked with Jacob Scully. He was the pitcher of the week for the North Star. And then we had Derek Calvillo, who hit a grand slam. Hawks were losing 8-9 on that one. Hit the grand slam. Win 12-9. Crazy game.
That is crazy.
Went 3-1 on the weekend. They had games scheduled for against Bellevue, but Bellevue then had an outbreak, so hopefully they can get those games rescheduled. But they are going to play against Lake Region this weekend.
Yes, at home. Be there, be square.
I said that you could probably watch them on Consolidated Channel 18. I take that back. You can't watch them on Consolidated Channel 18. But the live stream will probably be happening, so check for that on the DSU Blue Hawks site.
Softball. They've been having a successful season all year, and so this last weekend was no different. They won all 4 games against Viterbo this weekend, so great job, ladies. That's really exciting. They have been really having a phenomenal year.
So I think Bellevue was supposed to come up here. I don't know if that's actually going to happen or not, just
Yes.
because of their outbreak. But I don't know what happened with that. I breathe weird. It was weird, this mask. Anyway, I don't know if that's going to happen, but be sure to check the DSU Blue Hawks site for more information on that.
Yeah. Golf. Okay, so golf started their season, and they played in Rapid City, finishing 7th out of 9th. And then that was the men's. Men's finished 7th out of 9th, and then the women placed 6th out of 8, shooting 751 on the day. So it's pretty exciting, honestly.
But then where are they playing this weekend? Yeah, it's this weekend.
Yeah, it is this weekend. They will be at home this weekend. So on the 18th and 19th, they'll be playing at home. So it's exciting. They're kind of getting into the swing of things now. So
Yeah,
if you
check
get
out
a chance.
the Heart River Golf Course to maybe catch some Blue Hawks hitting some balls over there.
Yeah.
Football. So we're finally in it. This is what we've been waiting for ever since November. The Hawks are ranked number 11th going into the playoffs. They are headed to Orange City, Iowa to go play the Northwestern Raiders. They are in the GPAC. They are ranked, I believe, 6th in the nation.
I think so.
That sounds about right. You can find the link to watch the game on the DSU Blue Hawks site. This is what we've been waiting for. We're finally in it. Let's go Hawks.
Let's go. Okay, and track. So the track team was pretty divided this last weekend.
Yeah, because you had people in northwestern Iowa, which is Orange City, which we just talked about.
Yes.
And then you also had people in Bismarck.
Rapid.
Rapid. I thought it was Bismarck.
No, we
Well,
had.
then Gunnar and I were wrong last week.
We were going to send people to Bismarck, but they went to Rapid instead. We had a good showing in Rapid. A lot of Hawks got some good marks, and it's kind of exciting to continue to watch everyone progress. But this last weekend in Orange City, Iowa was our multi-conference. So we had a really good showing, actually. We replaced first, second, third, and 5th, I believe, in the conference. So pretty good showing for our conference. We got a really good head start for that on the women's side. The men also had a good showing. Cleet Rosinski did punch a ticket to nationals. He scored 6,478 points, and he did sprain his ankle in the middle of the multi, and still is sitting, I'm pretty sure he's sitting first in the nation, maybe second in the nation right now. So
I know it's a battle between first and second at this point.
it always is, yeah.
But then the Hawks will be competing at the Blue Hawk Games this coming Sunday
Yes.
at the BAC. So if you ever want to go watch a track meet, there's going to be a lot of events, maybe catch some popcorn at the BAC concession stands. World's your oyster. Go do what you want.
Also a fun fact about the women multis, we are now, our multi-average is ranked second in all of the NAIA.
That is very impressive.
It is very exciting, yes. So how about volleyball?
So volleyball, they just finished up their season. Volleyball, we had 4 Hawks rank in the North Star Athletic Association. We had those in honors. We had Bailey Doshner. She was first team All-American, or not All-American, first team North Star. We also had McKenna Johnson and Carly Cleveland. They are second team North Star. Then Abby Moore-Kirky is the champion of character for the Blue Hawks.
Great showing for our seniors there.
Absolutely. And then we want to thank Consolidated Channel 18 for putting on this show. We want to thank the DSU Heritage Foundation. And then we want to thank all of the fans out there for watching us. You can follow us on our Twitter right there at DSU Heritage Fund and our Instagram at DSU Foundation. Once again, thank you very much. Kenzie and I will be back next week. But until then, Hawks are up.